first Indian to be appointed in this ministry as well. So business, or the ideas of business, has been alien to us all this while as far as the ministry is concerned. But having been in the ministry, having served for almost a year now, I feel that despite of not having the benefit of all the direct benefit of the ministry, Indian women have done wonders. Wherever I go, I see successful business people. I see those who have got no access to any form of financial or training or mentorship like this are still trying their level best to make it work. Being from a business family, my parents, my sisters, all of them are in business. I was the first professional in my family. I was practicing lawyer until the last day of until the date of my appointment as a deputy minister. So I come from a business background. As I mentioned, my mother, who came from India, who never went to school, who had no benefit of being mentored or being guided or being helped in any way. Came from India, had all the challenges. She had 4 daughters, no sons. So she started to send idli to support the children. And she grew gradually. Of course, my father was an excellent cook, everyone would know. My father was an excellent cook. So you would have heard Kittangi is a place where you get the best of the Kareguri food. So my father was a cook and she was married to him. So she was doing part-time, selling idli, dosa and all that was a part-time career. And most of the time we borrow money from her. So what does it convey? The inspiration should come from within. There can be so much of guidance, there's so much of effort being taken to give you the mentorship, to give you the guidance, and now, myself being at the ministry, I'm almost every week, I'm speaking in radio, TV, TikTok, what are the opportunities available in our ministry, in my ministry. So with all this, there must be a driving force within you that you want to become a successful businesswoman. Without that, nothing is going to happen. So today, the mentorship would have charged you. It's just like charging a battery. It would have charged you. But you must fix it somewhere. There must be a kinetic force that you must move on. To start, not necessarily start big. As I mentioned, my mother started small. In Malaysia, our SMEs, total of 1.17 million, approximately 4.4% are our Indian SMEs. 4.4%. That works out to about 52,000 Indian registered business. Out of that, 75%, that means 75% of the 52,000 are micro business owners. So when it is a micro business ownership, so generally they will come within the bracket of B40. You would have heard for the past 10 years, we have been helping, we have been guiding, all that you will be just hearing B40, 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 B40. But the amount of help that has been given by the government, the initiatives crafted by the government agencies, the funding that has been allocated, when we speak specifically for the Indians training, mentorship, etc., through Mitra, we should not have B40 category. I wouldn't say should not have, the percentage should not be 75%. We should have moved on very much earlier, because that's why we have this. Mitra is supposed to be a transformation program is transforming from micro to medium, from medium to small enterprises. So we are still there where we started 2 years back, despite all these helps, guidance, and etc. So that is the responsibility that we have assumed under the current administration, under the guidance of Dr. Sri Anwar Ibrahim as the Prime Minister. The first thing we have to do is to identify ourselves as Malaysians, no more as just Indians. We have to recognize ourselves part of this nation, so we are Malaysians first. Being Malaysians, we have programs under this administration. 44 billion budget allocated for SMEs. That includes all of you here. It's not meant for any particular community, or there is no community which is being discriminated. It's 44 billion. So from the 44 billion, when I say it's all for you, very important is to know what is available. These funds, these initiatives are available under various ministries. So I request, my web has done a very commendable job today, getting so many of you from all over Malaysia and assembling here and giving you the direction, the guidance and the mentorship. The next level would be to source information on where these funds are parked. These are various ministries. Under my ministry, although 44 billion, and we are supposed to be the champions for SMEs, there's less than 1 billion under us. So that shows that the facilities are available under Bank Simpanan National, Bank Negara, we have high-tech card, Bank Simpanan National, micro credit, micro facilities, various initiatives are there. To make it easy, what I'm working on is, I've discussed with SME Corporation. They have a portal, they have a website where all these facilities will be listed there. But I have asked them another favor. We have specific programs for Bumiputra because we have to assist them because they are also a big community behind. They are left behind. We are saying Indian community is left behind. Please visit Kelantan. Please visit Terengganu. Please visit the interiors of Kedah. They are also left behind. So there are specific programs to help to accelerate the Bumiputra business. But besides that, there are programs meant for all, which comes within the 44 billion. So what I'm doing, which I think will be ready by the 1st of January, collaboration, or we are working with the SME Corporation, where all programs, facilities under various ministries for SMEs will be listed here. So very important for you to access the associations like women for, especially for women. Give them the guidance, show them where they can get all the information. So it varies from giving training how to start a business, how to deal with the customers, challenges of handling customers, marketing and packaging. All these trainings are available. Then fundings, we have micro funding to up to level of 30 million. And recently I announced micro matching grant of 70% for Indian special grant. I just attended my event which was held in SME Corporation's office. So we took that opportunity to hand out five individuals got grant. 2 of them got 200,000 grant. And one person got about 150 and 84,000, and so almost close to about $1 million we gave out today, and also a loan. So what does that show? It shows that Indians are not discriminated. It just shows that under the administration of Dr. Sri Anwar Ibrahim, your welfare is being taken care. But it's just that you have to know where to go, how to apply. And so having said that, so these are the kind of schemes we'll be announcing as and when it is available. This was announced by Prime Minister in July, so we launched in September and people are already benefiting out of it. Supposed to be 7 million, but it exceeded, it has gone to 8 million. But I said, okay, I will still get the funds. We will try to approve all those who have applied for the grant. So it's an initiative. Okay. So, what is the second biggest challenge that we have? The funds available, the initiatives are there. What's the second biggest challenge that we have? Is formalizing your business operation. When we buy a house, the house is the security for the bank, financial institution, when they give the loan. When we buy a car, we surrender the title, they endorse on the car title. That is the security for the financial institution when they give the loan or facility. But when it comes to business, what is there? It's the ability for the lender, or if it is grant, any institution, to see that you are committed to do the business. That is the security. Otherwise it will be a wasted fund, like as what it has been happening for all this while. So very important that you retain good sets of accounts. So when we had so many applications, so many people walked into my office. I have service centers in Tapa, I have service center now in Jalan. People walk in, they say that we have business registration, we have business going on, but we don't have accounts. We just collect money, we do business. But what is how do we assess your commitment to do the business? You may want to do for today, then want to get your grant next day, another couple of days down the line, you may give up for some other reasons. So it could have benefited others who deserve. Okay? So what we want is also, as part of your mentoring, as part of your training, please ask all your mentees to have this discipline, maintain good set of accounts, and contribute to the country, pay tax, even very small amount, even if there is 100 ringgit payment of tax from you, you become a tax-paying citizen of this country. That's what I said at the beginning of my speech. I said that let's become part of the country. It's no more thinking that we are just Indians, we do business, we live here, and that's it. No. We have to have an ownership towards the country. That means we must become a tax-paying members. We must become a tax-paying citizen. We must feel this is a country where we can work hard and make a living out of, not only make a living, but we can be successful and prosperous like what my mother did. So this is what I wish to share to all those aspiring businesswomen, professionals. I've been in the legal profession for 26 years before I stepped down. It wasn't an easy thing to do. It was like practicing law was like, I'll be the first one to go in, I used to be the last one to leave the office, and I used to go in even on Saturdays and Sundays. And letting go my profession wasn't an easy thing, but I had another calling. I had to do my part of service to the nation, so I accepted. Once I become a deputy minister, I cannot continue with my practice. It's full of challenge for women, because when I don't know how many lawyers are here, if we are successful, they will just say yes, thank you. But if you lose a case, they will say we lost because we are women. This is the mentality. But if a male lawyer were to lose, they will say the judge made a mistake. But if a female lawyer were to lose, they will say the lawyer, we didn't handle. I've been a bit aggressive in my practice, so people didn't dare to say, but I had my colleagues who had that kind of challenge, because they did it. That's one of the reasons they didn't want to become litigation lawyers, they prefer to remain as a conveyancing lawyers. So this is challenge because I'm not putting aside, I'm not saying like this, no, there was a request for 30% reservation. I think India has passed the bill. They are giving 30% reservation for women in the representative houses. I think it's in Parliament. So we are working towards that. But the perception is still there. The perception, we have to fight the perception, is by being bold and by being bold. That's the thing I can share, having gone through the professional career as well as being in business. When the male boss scolds, they will say boss is angry. When we scold the staff, they will say nagging. So there are different descriptions for all the similar attitudes, but learn to accept that. Don't get deterred by all the taglines, all the things that you hear about you just because we are female. But I come to a stage where the kind of TikToks that's being put out by some people who cannot have we are working day and night, so some people are having the sleepless days, okay? So when they see us working day and night, they get very agitated, they pass all kinds of remarks. As a woman, I have to go through all that, but it doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all, meaning that it's their mouth, it's your say, but it should never come even touch my skin. So that's the attitude that you should take up to be successful professional and to become a successful businesswoman. With that, earlier I was told that I'm officiating, but I'm actually doing the closing ceremony as I came late. So I wish you all well, and I think we'll be meeting more often through my webs. So anything you can always, if not able to approach me, you can approach Maria. She always, my doors are open for my webs. We have had discussions earlier. We will see how we can progress with the assistance of the current administration. From the age, I think I was about 20 years. When he was MP in Permatang Pau, I was a very, very young MIC leader. MIC leader in Suraja is a constituency in his parliamentary constituency when he was a prime minister, when he was sacked, and then I was part of the team translating his Asian Renaissance. The point I want to make is when he speaks of one nation, one country, one type of population, with all the recognition for our own tradition, religion, etc. He means that because the Asian Renaissance book, I was part of the team translating it. He had this idea not after being sacked. He had this idea before being sacked. So maybe that was one of the things that the Prime Minister of that time couldn't accept. That the reason that Sri Anwar Ibrahim was becoming popular was not only for his charismatic speech. He was a good orator, but he had a global vision. He was talking about Asia as the rising economy, which is happening right now when he's the Prime Minister. It's now Asia's century of Southeast Asia. So, under this administration, I can assure you, every individual, every citizen in this country, be it Indian, orang asli, Iban, Kandasami, whether it's within a state that our Kerajaan Perpaduan rules or otherwise, everybody's interest is protected. So we, being Indian in this country, should feel more protected under the leadership of Dr. Sri Anwar Ibrahim. With that, I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.